Hey y'all, I'm here to catch up on cutting it in the ATL. I know these are late, but I've just been behind. So much has been going on, but like I said, stay consistent, and that's what I'm gonna do. So let's get into it. So this is cutting it in the ATL. I think this is episode 7. So let's just get into it. So Maya's at home, and Deidre visits her to apologize for the everything that went down at Boogaloo. And, she came there with good intentions to apologize, but, she had to have her underhanded, her little snappy remarks and stuff or whatever. So, she was just basically saying that when they were at the art show and whatnot, they saw each other, but they didn't speak, and she felt like she's been reaching out to Maya, and Maya's been ignoring her, and she just felt like Maya should have just been like, well, I got your emails, whatever, I wasn't ready to talk, blah, 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 spoke to her about it. So Maya just feels like Deidre is just immature, and she's the common denominator and the reason why she has all this drama with these women, and that she's hurting herself because at the end of the day, when you work in the beauty industry, you need people that you can network with, people that you can befriend, that can make your business, elevate basically. So she just feels like Deidre is hurting herself because she has no friends or barely friends or whatever, and she just felt like Deidre's not ladylike. So Deidre's like, well, I don't need friends, I don't want them, this is why I don't have friends, blah, blah, blah. So, Deidre took it some kind of way because Maya said that she's not ladylike or whatever, and Maya was just like, well, we're not getting anywhere in this conversation, so you don't have to stay any longer than you need to. You came and you apologized, I accept it, and let's move on. Deidre basically left all in her feelings. So now we get to Beauty, and Beauty is doing promos for Spoiled Opulence. She's on the radio show with Jazzy, who's the host. And, she's basically just talking about how her business runs. And she said that she doesn't call her hair, like the weaves and whatnot, she doesn't call them weaves, she calls them extensions, I guess. And, it's just basically an experience. Like, spoiled opulence basically means like wealthy, upscale. So she was just doing that because it was a radio show based out in Atlanta to get more customers. And I mean, that was a good business move, that is a way to get more business to your establishment, get people to come. So now we get to Beauty, Maya, and Mushia, and they're having a girls' night. And trying to turn the page. I wrote down notes. I write down notes every time. Um, and they're just discussing dates. Beauty and Maya discussing dates and how Maya needs a man, and Maya is basically like she doesn't want a man and all this other stuff. They're just talking, girl talk. So Mushia arrives and she tells the girls about her conversation with Deidre and how that didn't go so well. And Mushia is just like, based off the conversation with Deidre, for you to be a black woman insulting another black woman about her culture, her heritage, and everything, like, you must hate yourself. And Mushia is a proud African. She loves who she is, and that's what I like about Mushia. Mushia is, you know, an inspiration to girls who are her skin color, girls who are my skin color, who would look at her like, wow, she's beautiful, she loves the skin she's in, she doesn't have a reason to be ashamed of her culture. And I mean, I think that's a beautiful message to send out because a lot of girls that look like her and look like me need to hear that message. So Maya discusses her conversation with Deidre, and she basically tells the ladies, well, I just told her about herself. She just feels like she doesn't need friends. Our conversation went nowhere. So then she tells them about her birthday dinner that she's having, that she's not inviting Deidre, but the rest of them are invited, so they're looking forward to going. So Beauty is excited about investing in pretty hair and, looking to elevate her business as well. Maya and Mushia go to a pole dancing class where they're just having fun or whatever. And Maya took this opportunity to discuss with Mushia her plans for possibly, exploring fertility treatments because she wants to have a baby. And, Mushia is like, well, don't you want a man to help you? And Maya's like, no, I'm prepared to do this on my own. There's plenty of single mothers out here that are doing it, and, they're perfectly fine. And Mushia is like, well, they don't have a choice. You have a choice. You can do it. Not to say that single mothers are bad or anything, but pretty much if they had a choice to have a man in their lives, they would have a man in their lives, but they don't. So, that's what makes them single mothers. And she's like, don't do it. You can't put a baby in that situation. That's a selfish decision that you're making, so you need to think about it more. So, I mean, I get what Mushia was saying. Mushia was saying the right thing because, I was raised by a single mother and she did the best that she could, but being raised by a single mother, it has a lot of things that can traumatize you, that can, damage your childhood. It's a lot of things that come with being raised by a single mother. So Maya has a choice. Like, there's women out here having babies at 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus. Like, you have time. Don't let what these doctors say and this statistics and scientifically speaking, don't let that, scare you into wanting to be a single mother. That's not an aspiration to have. Kudos to all of the single mothers. Not saying it's a terrible thing, but I know it's a tough thing. And if you have the choice not to go through it, I'm pretty sure you would choose not to. So, Maya's just basically like, well, at the end of the day, it's my decision, and I'll decide what to do. So we get to Deidre and LaKenya, and they're discussing the conversation she had with Mushia, and but of course Deidre's making it look like it was all on Mushia, like how Mushia came at her or whatever, and how she came in dressed. And again, she's prejudging Mushia again because she was judging Mushia when she first met her about what she was wearing, and it's like, why do you care so much? But anyway. So she just feels like they got nothing accomplished because Mushia stormed out, and I would have stormed out too because you got ignorant in the conversation. You apologized for making fun of her, but then you made fun of her after you apologized. That makes no sense. So LaKenya just feels like she's done with the pettiness. She's done with everything. She's tired of being in the middle, and she just sees that Deidre is never gonna own up to her wrongdoings. So when she said that she spoke to Maya, she was talking about how Maya was rowdy and how she apologized, but she feels like they don't own up to what they did. And I'm sitting here like, this lady is truly delusional. First of all, in this whole thing, Maya has done nothing wrong but try to get y'all together for a business venture, and y'all have acted ignorant. Well, you have acted ignorant every step of the way. If Maya did something wrong, I'm pretty sure Maya is woman enough to admit, yeah, I messed up. That was my fault, my bad. Even Mushia, you're the one who's like, you threw money in Beauty's face, but you gonna say you didn't throw it in her face. Clearly, when we saw the replay, you threw the money, which you shouldn't have done, and it smacked Beauty right in her forehead. So, what are you talking about? So I'm just like, you know what? I just came to the conclusion that Deidre is just delusional, and she thinks that she does no wrong, and that people just pick at her, and that's not the case. People are not just gonna pick at you just because, especially grown women. You're catty. So then we get to Maya and Beauty, and they're hanging out, and they're checking out cars for Maya's birthday, and they're discussing the check that Beauty left when she said she wanted to invest in pretty hair. She left a check, and Maya said that she hasn't cashed it yet because she wants to be for sure that Beauty is a legit business partner. Sorry. And Beauty is like, yeah, I'm legit. I want you to cash it. I'm looking to invest, and I'm ready to get business booming. So, she discussed the convo she had with Mushia about the single mom talk, and Beauty agrees with Mushia, and she's like, I am a single mom, but that's not by choice. If I had a choice to have my son's father here instead of in a prison, you know, it would be a lot easier on me because being a single mom is not, it's not easy. And Maya just basically feels like Beauty being a single mother, she will understand. And Beauty understands, she just wants her to know the real. Being a single mom is not all, unicorns and rainbows. So I'm glad that each lady is telling Maya what it really is. And so now, Deidre is doing a client's hair, and she's trying to, like, get better at doing a certain weave. And a stylist, he's a weave specialist named Trey Styles. He visits, and he obviously invests in pretty hair. So Deidre knows that's Maya's business or whatever. And Trey Styles threw a little shade at Maya with the $50 walk-in weaves and all this other craziness. So they do the hair, and it's nice or whatever, and just to experiment. So we get to Beauty, and she's doing her hair and her makeup for her photo shoot she wants to do to, rebrand Spoiled Opulence. So she's getting glammed up, having a ball. Then we get to Maya and LaKenya, and they're touring the Pretty Hair Factory, looking to see how the hair is made, what the process is. And LaKenya's impressed and glad that Maya brought her along. So they discuss Deidre, and LaKenya's just starting to see that the ladies might be right about Deidre and how she might not be the best mentor for her. So she's just basically, seeing things for herself on both sides, what Deidre is saying, what the ladies are saying. So Maya invites her to the birthday party. LaKenya agrees to come. So we get to Beauty, and she's hanging up a banner, and it's to promote Spoiled Opulence. So Maya's assistant Angie calls Maya and is like, "Well, you need to take a drive down to Spoiled Opulence, and you'll see something familiar." So Maya sees the banner, and she says that the banner that she has is the same exact thing that the banner that Beauty has is the same exact thing that Maya has on a billboard and on buses in Atlanta. Same pose, same font, same everything. And she's like, imitation is just a serious form of flattery. So Maya's laughing at it. She finds humor in it, but she says she's gonna talk to Beauty about it. So now Mushia comes out of nowhere with this big old bombshell of, since Maya has pretty hair, Mushia has runway curls. And what runway curls is hair for natural women that will blend in with your texture of hair, because usually when women get weaves, they'll get the wavy, and they'll get the bone straight, or they'll get the straight that turns into like curly when you wet it, but they don't really have anything for natural women. And women feel like they have to alter their real hair to have it weaved up. So Mushia came out with this thing called runway curls, and it'll allow women to embrace their natural hair and not feel ashamed. And Mushia is heavily against altering your natural hair to get weaves and all that other stuff. So I mean, I think it's a good business venture. Kudos to her, because there's nothing out there really like that. So she's just looking to change the game, and she wants to have other salons carry it, but she's gonna announce it when she feels the time is right. So now, and I thought this was the most pettiest part of this episode, we get to Deidre, and she has a client named Yolanda. She's sitting there doing her hair, and she said that when she went to go meet up with Maya, she was in her feelings because Maya said that she wasn't ladylike and all this other stuff. So she's like, well, I was traipsing around on Google, and I came across something. She found Maya's mugshot. So I'm like, okay, you obviously have too much time on your hands, because you sat up there and you Googled that woman, and you was digging for her backstory, and you were feeling to share it with somebody. See, you're very small-minded, because Maya you sat up here and you Googled Beauty's real name. You Googled Maya to find a mugshot. Like, how mature are you? How old are you? You a grown ass woman acting like a child. Like, every week, y'all, Deidre annoys me. Like, if you're really about your business and you're a grown lady and all this other stuff, why would you even find the time to Google somebody? And then you're judging based off of what the mugshot. Okay, she has a mugshot. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes one of us have, some of us have off days and we do stupid stuff. It happens. So why do you care? Overall, I mean, this episode was pretty good. It's just like I say every week, Deidre just annoys me. Like she's just like she's just so annoying. I can't. But the next episode like is gonna be good and um like it's a lot. I'm gonna do that vlog pretty soon. Also, like I said, I know I'm late, but I'm catching up. So you guys let me know what you thought about the episode. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.